Hello guys. So I'm back on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R because there's new DLC out. So they have added Abbaccio Leone, or Leone Abbaccio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 Golden Wind to the roster. I want to see how he plays, and that means that the community, because the online on this is kind of dead, which is a shame because I love this game, but it would seem that when there's new DLC, usually like everybody comes back out to play some more. So there he is, Leone Abbaccio, and his stand Moody Blues. Now I gotta say, I don't know how this is gonna play, because if you've ever watched the show, Abbaccio's stand is kind of like a utility stand. It has the ability, you go to a certain place and you can, he can rewind, his stand can rewind time and replay in a moment, and he'll, if there's a person there, like a memory, it'll turn into the memory, and then it's like, it's useful for investigation. Hey Fracus Maximus. So how would Abbaccio play in a fighting game? Now, he does do a little bit of fighting in the story, but not much. So I guess we'll find out. I knew the character was coming out. I saw a couple of things. Hello, Super D. But I don't know if there was enough that happened in the anime with this character. Yeah, there wasn't. I don't think there was enough that was going on with this character to sort of like explain how they would work in a fighting game. So I'm fairly certain that CyberConnect 2 had to, like, yeah, they had to do some creative shit. We'll see. They made it work with other characters I didn't expect, that I, actually ended up liking quite a bit. Like Bad Company, I always thought this was gonna work out, and I think they did pretty well. I understand there was also a big patch that came out with this game too, so some characters play different. For example, AC/DC of the Pillar Men, and if you guys are watching, if you're like part of our community on Discord, on Saturday mornings at 9:30 a.m. I play and we watch some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We've been watching it for a few weeks now. We are coming up on the end of Battle Tendency, which is the second arc that involves the Pillar Men. So that's Whamu, Cars, and AC/DC. All of the characters are band references. Anyway, AC/DC was he was like, I love to play him because I like to play all the Pillar Men, but he was a little bit on the weaker side, but I think they gave him some more flexibility. I think he's a lot better now. The patch came out like a few days ago, so I got to play with it. But anyway, let's see. So this downloadable content for Abbaccio is not available to everyone until Friday, but because I bought the season pass, because I'm a JoJo fanatic, I had access to the character today. So let's check out Leone Abbaccio from Golden Wind, and his stand Moody Blues. All of the stands, well, most of the stands are band references or album title references or something like that. Okay. Let's see. And I'll team him up with Bruno, perhaps? Is there a Badger Arcade on Rumble? No, not yet, because I'd have to get a... if I get a Restream.io account, I could set that up. The problem is that I could only... There's more work to be done with Badger Arcade. Right now, it's just on YouTube. But I want to be able to multi-stream it. But there'll be a couple things that I have to do. For one, a lot of my games are on PlayStation 4, this is what I'm using right now to stream, which is why the screen layout is different than when I play Jedi Survivor, which is done on my PC. No rush. Yeah, I mean, what I might have to do, because I do want to do that, what I might have to do is get a capture card for my PC, and then I can play all of my console games, I think, on my PC and stream it there, and then I can do multi-streaming. I'll do it to Rumble and Twitch. I think that'll be maybe DLive or I don't know, whatever, cozy. I don't know what is kind of like up and coming. But for now, just hang out with me on YouTube for this channel. It is mostly a gaming channel, so I don't think it's going to be an issue of I don't think there's going to be an issue of you know, like me getting, I don't know, like getting in trouble as much. So, although I do occasionally post stuff that I care about that's cultural or even political, but anyway, for up and coming, there's Kick. Oh, okay, cool. That's good to know. All right, anyway, I got to pick a partner for him. Let's go with Narancha, I guess. That could be good. And I'm just practicing, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll go with Prosciutto and Pesci and team up with Abbaccio. And we will go to the Naples train station. Again, I'm not playing this as practice mode. I just want to see what the moves are. And then maybe I'll play through arcade mode with him once. And then I'll do some online stuff. So, Abbaccio, his walk, his run, his backdash. What are his side steps? His light attack, jumping attack. Do you have any special command moves? No. His mediums. He kind of steps forward with that one. A hard attack. It's a kick. Drop kick. The style button is the Moody Blues. Low attack. Medium. Any special commands? Oh. Can I go behind him? I can. Okay. Let's see special attacks. Wait. Oh, look at that. Do side steps and single high jumps. Rival Schools type gameplay. Does Rival School... I remember Rival Schools, but I don't know if it has... does it have side steps? Rival Schools was kind of a Marvel vs. Capcom type of thing, right? Oh, I have an uppercut. Okay, so fireball. And then when I do an attack, I'm followed by my stand, copying my move. Wait, well, you didn't copy it that time. I see. Okay, so he does a hurricane kick. It's like a sweep. Seems kind of boring. Capcom 3D fighting game. Yeah, I know Rival Schools. I had both of them. There was a Rival Schools sequel on Dreamcast, and I have that game. Basically 2D gameplay with dedicated sidestep. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been so long, I don't remember. But yeah, this has a sidestep button. Super D, I don't know if you've ever heard of the anime Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, but this is like that. So, alright, what else? Let's see, down. There's like a stomp. Oh, what? Wait a minute. There better be a button to pee on your enemies in a cup. Oh, this character's trash. So I think I figured it out. Okay, so he has a number of attacks. There is a punch, and then the stand follows it immediately. And the harder the attack I use, the longer the delay is, but the more reach it has. But if I do a different attack, so there's this where he does like a low sweep, my stand, Moody Blues, will replicate the attack I did before that. So you kind of have to remember what you did. So if I do the sweep, he should come in with a punch. Yeah, see? And the next thing I do, he'll come in with a sweep. So let's say I do the stomp. He'll come in with a sweep. So if I do the uppercut, he should do a jumping stomp. because the last thing I did was the stomp. Okay, that is really, really interesting. I've never seen a character play like that in a fighting game. What else do I have? So I got a sweep. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. Sweep. And then he'll come into the sweep because I restarted. And then there's this punch, and then you should do a sweep. Okay. Okay, so what does the stand do? Let me see. Well, first of all, he walks really slow when the stand is out. That's actually makes sense because in the story, Abbaccio doesn't want to pull out his stand because he says that while he's out, while the stand is in use, he's really vulnerable. So I guess that's sort of like reflected by his slow ass walk. Okay, so what does the stand do? Fireball. Okay, you gotta have your punches. What else do you have? That's just a jab to the face. Dragon punch. Oh, he grabs them. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so I can follow that up. Okay. Okay, so I can do it overhead or I can do a sweep afterwards. And that's a boom. Oh, I see. Alright, well, I'm going to mess around in arcade mode, but let me try out his ults first. So this is a level 1. See what it looks like. Okay, so I can probably combo into that pretty easy. See? And the Moody Blues does like the exact same thing I did. So it's like duplicating your attacks. Okay. Hold on. So let me see. What's his ult? Ult. Let me just step back and see. Oh, Narancha comes in, but he's also my assist. Holy motion sickness, Batman. What? Are you feeling okay? Is there something wrong? All right, let's see if I can do an ult here. Oh, it's the meme. It's the meme. Wow, this is a lot of damage. He needs the wine, though. He should have sipped the wine first. I mean, you guys know that meme. All right, let's try arcade mode. I'm just going to jump in because the basics are fine. Like, I don't know how much fun it will be to play him. Is this a game where you have Joseph say to Dio, next you're going to say, yeah, it is. It is, actually. You'd have to play as Joseph and fight part 3 Dio to see it, but yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do. I normally play on the highest difficulty, but since this guy just came out, I'm gonna play on 4. I got S's with basically every character except for Pet Shop and maybe Iggy. No, I got an S with Iggy too. But I haven't played Abbaccio yet, so let's see how I do. I love how you can have that moment. There's lots of moments in this game that are right out of the show. I mean, it's really just fan service, but I think it's really well done. Alright, so here's the closest thing to peeing is the let's have some tea and a nice chat. So how about that? And then I don't like you, which is probably one of his favorite things to say to Giorno. And I will team him up with Mista this time. That might be good. The way it morphs to focus on the kill move. Oh, yeah. Kira. I think I have to get in there. Okay. Oh shit. He's very, you know what? I mean, other than like the weird, like, repeating attacks, oh, I can like pass through people with that little ducking thing. That's super handy. Am I gonna bring out the boys? Oh my god. I hope the sound isn't too distracting. Are you guys getting like a lot of like audio? Because I'm using this little speaker, this microphone again. I might have to find something better. Maybe something that clips. Gotta love the memes, yes. Abbaccio in chill mode here. Good. Good, this thing is working then. Fighting against Bruno. Watch it. Oh, I think the mic is okay. I think I'm hearing reverb or whatever it's called. Yeah, I'll lower the volume a little step letter, a little bit lower. Bucciarati, aka the actual main character. Yes, he is actually. Aww. There we go. See, I'm getting into it now. I'm getting into it. Is he gonna survive this? Maybe. All right. Oh, he lived. I'll try not to click it so much, but I don't know if there's much I can do about that. I could also just put the headset in. Hold on a second. When was this released? At least a year ago. That sound. I just gotta make a quick change to the audio here. Okay. Yeah, it was like a year ago, and there's been, I think, one season of DLC, and now they're releasing the second season of DLC. So it starts with Abbaccio from part 5, and then there's going to be an additional character from part 4, and then a character from Part 8. The Part 4 character I'm really curious about, but I'm hoping it's a Highway Star, because that's the either that one or Enigma, the only ones I could think of that would work. Come on, Jonathan. Woo! I bet there's some really cool stuff you can do if you can link it up. Yeah, like there's probably some creative shit you can do with if you remember a pattern of what you've been laying down. Oh, the cool thing too is I think you can follow up with stuff. Hold on. Jonathan, leave me alone. Jonathan's just like mad. Relax. Trying to figure some shit out. Ooh. Oh, well, we're just gonna have to beat him down. Hi, oh Norwegian. Hi, TJWK. Why are we fighting in Kira's house? Seems like illegal. Just random Italian hit job in Kira Yoshikage's house. You know, Pucci is actually a really well-written villain. Oh, that would have been pretty good. Jonathan using his, yes, gentlemanly ways. Oh no! Okay, alright, hold on. Oh, that gets really confusing. Shit. Move. It is actually end up with Jonathan using his gentlemanly ways to convince Abbaccio to give up his life of crime. Yeah. Oh no. What? Ooh, I wonder if they patched the AI to be smarter, because that was good. There we go. It did work. Oh man, it's learning. That sucked. That was very anticlimactic. I'm gonna try some rank matches after this, but not with Abbaccio because I have a lot to learn. But just in general, because now that the DLC is out, there should be more people playing online, so I should be able to get in some online matches, which I haven't been able to do very easily at all. Oh. All out of gas. See, he's got no gas. I mean, Akira, so he's got to charge up his meter. Now it's it. This is a hilarious attack, but I mean, what else could you do? I couldn't think of anything else. A Norwegian says, what am I watching? This is a fighting game based on an anime. It's called Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Years ago, I think in 2017, 2018, there was a game called All-Star Battle, and it was on the previous generation of consoles. I think it was like a PlayStation exclusive at the time. Ooh. That's pretty good. Cross stance. Stupid landmine. Am I smelling my own finger? Oh shit. Oh. I think this will work. Yes. Pull it for extra gas. Does this have crossplay? No. It's only I don't think it does. The net code stuff is not anything to write home about, unfortunately. But I do really like the game. It's just unfortunate, like, for some reason the Japanese are always dropping the ball on the online stuff. You know, it's really disappointing that Baldur's Gate 3 is like horny Coomer trash in terms of like the relationship stuff. I just wanted to play a D&D game. I didn't want to play somebody's like Tumblr sex fantasy. I didn't buy Baldur's Gate 3, but I was interested in that, and it just like lost my interest. And then Armored Core 6, which I'm still gonna get, it doesn't have any fucking, you know, it doesn't have any co-op. I'm like, well, what's the point? So I don't know. It's kind of shit to me. It's disappointing. I'm gonna beat up on this disabled guy real quick. Every time I fight Johnny, you know, he's crippled, right? So it feels bad, but he's also a pain in the ass to fight against. That's why he doesn't want to get off his horse. Ah. Oof. Shit. He's not gonna give me a break. No. No, Johnny. Get off that horse. Thanks. Misa just shot him. Baldur's Gate 3, where you can get characters to go to bed in 6 lines of dialogue. Amazing writing. Totally not horny posting on main factfic. Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, I was like looking forward to it, but everything, like, I know that the game is fun according to most people at the end of the day, but the horny posting stuff is just like, you know, I've been playing Neverwinter Nights 2. It's dated to look at, sure, but it's not crammed full of that crap, you know. And also, you know how like D&D was never claiming to like not be a place where a person can make whatever character they want. So you could say that to some degree diversity is sort of, you know, in the DNA, like at least of like types of races, like dwarves, elves, orcs, humans, whatever. But then, like, I was looking at footage from Baldur's Gate 3, and it's funny how the humans, they're like, you know, they're like clearly like, you know, Indians and Latinos, and I'm just like, this doesn't make sense, guys. Like, I don't know what, I'm sorry, but I never had an issue with that in my Dungeons and Dragons. I just don't get it. Weather report. Did you turn off the freaking clouds? No. Do you prefer to get donations for games, or do you prefer to have them gifted to you? I never really ask for anything. I just hope that you guys are having fun, frankly. Jesus Christ. Weather report's another one that's like kind of a pain in the ass to fight against. Ooh, not bad. Oh, you motherfucker. Fucking frogs. Oh, that's not gonna hit. Yeah, it's not gonna hit. It's okay. Kaiser, do you play any SNK fighting games, Ryan? I have like King of Fighters 14, I think, from a little while ago, and the Samurai Showdown. I guess you could say reboot, but I have Samurai Showdown. That's probably the one, the SNK game that I've played the most recently. I do sometimes I'll play a little bit and record it and use it as a backdrop for a video. If you guys saw on my channel, there's a couple of videos where I'm just sort of like talking about things that I noticed. Like I was talking about oh good, I went through it. Let's do some online. I'm not gonna play Abbaccio. He's okay. He's all right. I mean, it's nice. I hope that the part 4 character they add is Highway Star, though. That's the only Yuya, I think his name was. That's the only character from part 4 that I could see them putting in that's not already in there. I mean, they got Josuke, they got Okuyasu, they got Rohan. They made Rohan work somehow. Koichi's like basically the hero of the story. Yukako, Jotaro from part 4, Yoshikage Kira, Kosaku Kawajiri, Shigekio, Akira. So, yeah, the only one missing is basically Yuya, and maybe the guy, I forget his name, Jinosuke, I think his name is, something like that, and his stand is Enigma. He's like the fear guy that folds people, and he has things folded in paper. Either one of those two could work, could be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna do some online. See, I hope. I mean, I'm gonna try. Let's try. See if it works out. Because I'm assuming that there are people playing right now since the new character dropped, and they're probably gonna be all playing Abbaccio online too. So I'll probably want to play somebody else. Let's try a ranked match. See if it works. I don't know. I'm asking because I'd like you to stream Bramble for Halloween. I mean, yeah, if you want to gift it to me, is it on Steam? Are you into shmups? Oh, shoot 'em ups? You mean like shoot 'em ups? Are you talking about like the bullet hell shooters? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean like FPSs? It's on Steam. Oh well, I mean, I'll try it. I've had people I got the Jedi Survivor. Somebody gifted it to me, and that's the only reason why I'm playing it. So yeah, I did a video. I'm talking to my wife, right? So when my wife was young, she didn't she was like not really, she didn't really get out much in terms of like watching content. I was like a big movie person when I was a kid, right? My friend, I had a friend who was an albino. He didn't leave the house much, but I grew up with him and he watched everything and we would watch stuff together. So like I have all these like things that I've seen, movies and shows that I'm a big fan of. There's also a bunch of stuff that I never got around to watching because like life happens and you just got to do other shit and you forget. And so since the absolute state of like entertainment right now is garbage, I figure like why don't I go back and watch some old stuff that I either have never seen but I meant to go get back to watching, or stuff that I haven't seen in a while. And also, Ikaruga, Gradius, okay, so shooters. Yeah, I mean, I used to play them. I haven't in a long time though. I have like a couple of shooters, shoot 'em up games. I do have a few. There was there were these two actually on the Sega Genesis that were like two of my favorite games, and they were shooters. One of them was Thunder Force 3, which was amazing, at least at the time. And the other one was called Gyarez or something like that. And those two, I love those. But I also had Raiden, Trad. I think that was like a Namco one, super hard. I have like the 1940 series, like 1942, 1943. I think that was a 1941. And then there was one. I did play Gradius and Life Force. Oh, I got into a game. How about that? Do I get to pick my character? I hope so. I might be playing Wamu, which is fine. I can play him, but like I might be stuck playing him. Love the Thunder Force series, yeah. I could donate the money for it via Super Chow. Well, if you send it to Super Chow, it doesn't go to me, it goes to Allison. I don't get any of the donations. You don't have to add me. I don't mind adding anybody. You talking about on Steam? I don't mind adding people. So you could just gift the game if you want. What kind of game is it? I mean, I know that it sounds like it's a horror game, but like, is it like a first person? Is it comparable to something like Amnesia or Alien Isolation? You know, I have I'm planning on playing through Alien Isolation, and then there's that other horror game where you're like in an asylum or something. I can't remember the name of it. It's one of those where you have like a camera with a battery on it, and you can't really fight. You have to hide. But I can't remember the name of that one. It's like they made two of them. I have both. Outlast. Thank you, Tilger. Yeah. I have Outlast and Outlast 2. I haven't played them. I have Alien Isolation. I have Silent Hill PT. I haven't played that. It's on my console. I think my PlayStation's worth some money because of that. It's the reason why I still play on my PlayStation. I don't know if anybody's gonna join. But yeah, so I want to play through those, and I'm also interested in Resident Evil Village. I'm trying to get Lindsay to play Resident Evil 5 with me. I think that she was going through a lot of like stressful stuff with me being sick and everything, but now that we're feeling better, you know, I might be able to get her to do it. Because like a couple of years ago, we got into that Friday the 13th game, and man, we were hooked. We were playing it all the time. It was so much fun. But you know, like I think the community is basically dead. But I think we got like I mean, it didn't cost me anything. It was free. So, you know, we definitely got our money's worth. I also have Dead by Daylight, but I didn't really get into that because that was also free. I also want to play, I think I said Resident Evil Village and Dead Space. I want to play the Dead Space remake. I don't know if it's better than the original, but I did like the original a lot. Yeah, it's quite a few horror games. I guess Texas Chainsaw Massacre is out and it's pretty good. I don't know. Like, I think we're a little bit overly stimulated by games, so I'm not, you know. I also have Devil May Cry. I know people have been asking me to play Devil May Cry 5, and I haven't. I haven't started it yet. I played through Bayonetta, and I want to play through Bayonetta again because I haven't done it in a long time. Only the first one though, because I don't have a Switch, which is a shame. I don't know why Bayonetta was like made a Switch exclusive, but there you go. And what's another one? Oh yeah, Metal Gear Rising. I'm probably gonna get that. Can't believe Friday the 13th is completely dead. That multiplayer is too much fun. It was so much fun. But I think like that developer, I mean, I think people still play it. I just don't think that the population is the same. Like they just recently came out. I don't know how this works. This is the problem with games that are like kind of always online, is that they have like a limited lifespan depending on how many people are playing. So there's probably a lot of like pretty solid games that died because they were online only and people just moved on to something else. Play Vanquish. Hell yeah, man. I played Vanquish multiple times. I love Vanquish. The only thing I almost have a platinum trophy on that, but I haven't gotten, like they have those, what do they call, like trial things. Yeah, I haven't done those, but like, I love Vanquish. I think Vanquish is like so good. It could be, if they made a sequel, they could do so much with it. I love Platinum Games for the shit that they try to do. It doesn't always succeed, but Bayonetta and Vanquish are two of their best. And Metal Gear Rising. Love Metal Gear Rising. That game is so great, so full of memes. The game tag says horror though. Oh, it's the original Brothers Grimm. Oh wait, let me look at my phone because I missed your comment. It's based on Norwegian folklore. It's not really horror. Think original Brothers Grimm. The gameplay is hard to explain. It seems to be a mix of top-down and three-dimensional. Okay. I mean, I'll try it. Friday the 13th? No woke shit in that. The story is about a little boy who has to journey to the Hale of the Mountain King. Okay. Oh, the Hall of the Mountain King. Yeah. Like the song? That sounds interesting. I'll check it out. Anyway, yeah, so I was making, I don't know if I'm going to get into a game. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I made this video because I was talking about how I was watching these old things. And there are a couple of old animated films that I've never seen. And there was a bunch that my wife never saw. So we watched, because I don't want to give it away, but I'm working on a project. It's an illustration for a book. And I'm going to be drawing it in a kind of, you know, Walt Disney, like classic Walt Disney, Don Bluth style. And so I've been watching films that are animated that sort of like inspire me in that way. So we watched The Sword and the Stone, and we watched The Black Cauldron, which wasn't bad. Black Cauldron was, I mean, I know Disney like doesn't want, you know, they want to forget about that movie, but I liked it. I thought it was fine. It's very dark for Disney for sure, but I liked it. And we watched some other Disney thing, like an older Disney film. I can't remember, but I also like, oh yeah, like 101 Dalmatians. So we're looking at that kind of like time period where they had this, they called it a Xerox method, where the lines would look very like penciled in and scratchy, and I love that. Like the Jungle Book has it, you know. Oh, new challenger, we got it. Oh shit, Risotto Nero? Is this gonna be Whamu versus Risotto? I guess so. He's been playing longer than me. I might lose, and I don't know how good this connection is gonna be, so we'll see. Oh no, I'm Whole Horse, okay. And he's Trish. Been watching Outlaw Star and Big O lately. Yeah. So I was watching I wanted to so I wanted to watch Titan AE because that's a Don Bluth movie from the year 2000 that is not really well known. Oh, this is not bad actually. Oh. Oh, the juggles. What? Why didn't he go? What? Ah, that run though. Oh, I got a penalty because I'm I love the ladies. This is gonna be tough. I know this person practices combos because they pick Josuke as a support character. You gotta be careful. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Here we go. Ute. Oh. And the dramatic finish. There's this brick. Let's see. Yeah, the 90s anime was kind of peak shit, man. I think the moe shit and all of the perverse groomer crap is like a problem right now. It's like, I think anime's gotten really degenerate. I'm sorry. I know I sound trad as fuck, but it's so annoying right now. Oh, they didn't want to challenge me anymore. It's okay. I just want to play a couple of matches and see how long it takes. Can I change my character? I think I'm stuck with Whole Horse for some reason. 80s, 90s anime are still the GOATs. Yeah, totally. And manga, like Jojo is a manga that came out in the 80s. I think that's why a lot of people like it, because it still has that feel. I don't know how to describe it, but there's like a kind of I can only describe it as enchantment, because they were having fun. I think that a lot of our modern media, no matter where it is, it's gotten like too meta. Like it's like self-aware. Like we're in an anime, you know. Like that's why all this like what do you call it? The stuff where, you know, characters get taken to another world. Like it's usually like they get taken into a video game. It says something about the culture. I don't know. But yeah, I get tired of that. Like I didn't even really like it the first time. I think when it was like Inuyasha, that was fine. Isekai, yeah. I think there's just too much of that. And the harem stuff, like Oh My Goddess and Tenchi Muyo, you know, it was fine like the first couple of times, but it gets old pretty quick. I think that like just like shonen is, even shonen's getting to that point, like One Piece and Naruto. It's just like and Dragon Ball Z is kind of like the biggest, let's say, culprit of this kind of like, let's keep powering up until we're fighting gods. It was like, you know, when Dragon Ball started off, it was good. Like the early Dragon Ball stuff was good, and like I would say right up to the Cell Saga, I was done after that. I was like, this, you know, you're not gonna be able to make this better. And in my opinion, they didn't. I know some people just kept watching, but nah, I'm good. Okiyasu. I think I might be playing Whole Horse again. I don't know if yeah, Project Echo. I have the first one again. Mostly it's just because, I get to pick a character this time. I'm gonna play as Akira Otoishi. Let's do 3 and okay. And for my side piece, we'll go with him. That's always good. Vampire Hunter D really sparked my interest in anime. Are you talking about the original? I get to pick the stage. I guess whatever. Go with this one. Anyway, so we watched Titan AE. I don't know if you guys ever seen Titan AE, but not a Disney movie. It's Don Bluth Studios, and it was trying some new shit. Like there was a lot of like 3D CGI in it. It was kind of ugly. Like it's dated, obviously, and there's weird like choices in music that really dates it. But I saw it in theaters. That was the only time I ever saw it. Was in the year 2000 when it came out. Wait, this guy's like, I don't think this guy knows how to play. Well, he's kicking my ass, so I guess there's that. Shit! What? Oh shit, dude. That is some bullshit. So now I know why he's playing him, because those big attacks are unblockable. You just try it, boy. Fuck it. Catch this guitar solo. The most recent anime I could recommend is Aggretsuto. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone. What? Unbelievable. I want a rematch. The most recent anime I can recommend. I love that there's just a stand that's just shredding with your guitar. Yeah, well, there's a little electric guy. But yes, I love Akira Toishi. He's one of my favorites to play as in the game, because he's so much fun. Cards exchange, thank you. Yes, we will rematch. Yes, we will. Disconnected? Oh, you motherfucker. He just wanted to win and leave. One and done. So anyway, let me finish my story because I keep getting distracted by matches. So then I was like, so I watched Titan AE. And then we watched, it got me thinking, like, I want to check out Treasure Planet. There's a Disney movie. I never saw it. It came out in 2002. And then we watched Atlantis, which I also never saw. So these are two Disney movies I never saw. There's a few more too. Like, I don't think I've ever seen The Aristocats. I've never seen Brother Bear and On the Range. Like, you know, these are like the sort of, you know, lull points before Bolt came out. And so, like, when I watched Treasure Planet, though, which I thought was really good, actually. I liked Treasure Planet and Atlantis more than I thought I was going to. And Titan AE, but then, like, when you compare that to what's been coming out nowadays, and not just from Disney, but just in general, the original character design was having playing the theremin, but that wouldn't have been as cool. It wouldn't have been as cool. No, I guess not. So anyway, when I watched Treasure Planet, this is the thing that I noticed. So I don't watch anything new right now, especially from Disney. I don't watch anything. Like, I went to see Sound of Freedom. I want to see Mission Impossible. I saw John Wick. That's basically it. Like, there's nothing else that's being put out there that I have interest in right now. You know, there were some other things I was kind of interested in, like Renfield, which was like two movies, one decent, one terrible in one. Oh, I'm not even. Wait. No. I don't want to do that. Do ranked again. I didn't notice that I wasn't waiting for another match. And then it was like the what is it? Last Flight of the Demeter or something like that, which is like essentially it's Dracula on a boat. And I kind of wanted to see that because it looked pretty good, but then I heard bad things, so I was like, nah. So we're watching these older films, you know, and not just animated ones. Like I watched Tremors, another movie I've never seen before. And we watched Tremors, and my wife really got into it. And I was like, you know, these movies, they're kind of fun. Like, they're very self-aware. You don't feel like, I don't know, like, you don't, it just feels like there were people just trying something new. And Tremors was like that. Like, it literally features, like, I think it takes place in Nevada, in the desert, in a small town with a bunch of hicks, you know, and they're all white. There's like an Asian guy that runs a shop, and they're being attacked by sandworms, essentially. And it's like, that's it. They have to figure out how to deal with it. They're like completely unequipped. They're in over their heads, and it's fun to watch them deal with it. And I'm like, wow, there's like, you know, like one of the characters that's like everybody's favorite is this guy who moved out there with his wife, and they built like a bomb shelter, and they're like preppers. They have all these guns, like they have a bunch of guns and explosives and shit, and they're prepared. Like when the sandworms come, they kill them. And I'm like, you couldn't make that movie. I'm gonna make a series of videos, okay, called You Can't Make This Today. And it's gonna be nothing but movies, shows, and even video games that you can't make today because of all this PC shit that's going on. You could not make Tremors today without changing it a lot. And this, by the way, is obviously true because of how many remakes are coming out, because all the remakes are changing everything, right? I mean, they've changed. I've heard about this Adventures of my Adventures with Superman or something like that, that has like a, you know, like I don't know how to describe it. It has like that, like totally spies fake anime shit. I call it Fanime because it looks like fan art of anime. And I don't really know why anime is something that everyone wants to emulate. It's just another, like, it's just a visual style, that's all. It doesn't mean anything. But these fucking weebs, man, they're getting into the culture and they're making content and it's crap. And they think that they're just gonna like change everything. It's like people on Tumblr have basically gotten like creative jobs. Some of them have gotten creative jobs in the real world. And they're not creative. Eight-Legged Freaks and Mars Attacks. I love Mars Attacks. I love that movie. I have it on DVD. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. So it looks like we're going. Teal just says couldn't make Tremors without the prepper couple being insane racists who get eaten, so the main good guy can have all their stuff because Orange Man bad. Well, it has to be a main good, disabled, Muslim, non-binary woman of color, obviously, who is both non-binary, trans, and a woman. She's all those things at the same time. Okay, I think if I'm playing ranked, I have to play as Hull Horse. Maybe I made that choice early on, because Hull Horse was my main when I started playing this, but since then I've gotten into lots of other characters. Oh, this is laggy as fuck, but I'll make the most of it. No, you don't. Got him. I know this is gonna be kind of annoying because Hull Horse is a zoner, but literally all I have is my gun, so I'm just gonna be the equalizer. I do like Bruno. He's fun to play somewhat. Ooh. There you go. Like saying hentai, but I'm Eero anime manga. Is he gonna live? Oh, he's gonna come back. Oh no, yeah, no, he's gonna come back anyways. Cause he's got 1 bar of health, so yeah, he's got 1 chance. We have a term for cartoons for children. Children's cartoons. Nice. Okay. I know the lag was bad, guy. I know. I don't blame you, man. It's gotta be tough when you're fighting against a zoner. Because I will abuse that range if I'm Hull Horse. I mean, I don't have a choice. There's supposed to be a trophy for ranking up, but I don't know. We'll just go back. Anyway, check this though. Okay, so I don't watch anything new, right? And I watched nerdrotic.com because he reviews this Disney stuff, the Disney Marvel, the Disney Star Wars, etc. And there's this new Ahsoka show, right? Now, I'm one of those people that never liked Ahsoka as a character, not from the beginning. Actually, when Clone Wars was announced and I learned that it was going to be centered on this character named Ahsoka, I was like, this was before the sort of diversity thing was like mainstreamed, but you can see it in older media, right? Like you can see examples of this stuff creeping in way back, and I was like, why would anyone want to watch a story about like some like young Padawan character when Star Wars has plenty of great characters already? But then I said, okay, my friend who's like a big Star Wars fan, when Clone Wars, not the Gennady Tartakovsky miniseries that came out, but the actual 3D animated Clone Wars TV show that went for like 7 seasons or something. And he was like, give it a chance, I think it's good. I like the people involved. And I was like, okay, sure. And I watched Clone Wars up until like season 4. And there were like, it's like it runs hot and cold. Like some episodes were good, some of them were less good. The stuff that was more like expansive on the actual Clone Wars themselves, like the prequels, I think the Clone Wars did a lot of good for the prequel trilogy because the prequels had a lot of problems. But the Ahsoka stuff I didn't care about, and I just didn't care about it. And then like as time went on, I noticed that Ahsoka was in Rebels. I didn't watch Rebels, but somebody told me that Ahsoka was in Rebels. Then they told me that she was in The Mandalorian. Then she was in Boba Fett. And I was like, and then I kept learning about characters that survived Order 66. And I'm like, did anybody die in Order 66? Like, did anybody die except for Qui-Gon? Like, anybody? I mean, he wasn't even there for that. What about the cone-headed guy with the ponytail? Did he live through Order 66? It just seemed like it wasn't very effective because they basically took all of the drama out of that moment in the Revenge of the Sith, which is the best of the prequels. It's actually one of my favorite Star Wars movies overall. And so then they give Ahsoka her own show. Of course they did. Like, I knew they were going to do it, right? And then, like, but I'm not watching it. So anyway, Nerdrotic is covering the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka in a video. And there's a MacGuffin, which is a map in the story, right? Because it needs a MacGuffin. And we didn't do that already in, like, The Force Awakens and the Rise of Skywalker, which, again, I didn't watch those movies because I'm done with that. But when they showed the map in Ahsoka, it's like this gold or like a bronze ball, like a sphere with like all these lines in it, and you can like twist it like a Rubik's Cube. And I was like, that is literally the same map that's in Treasure Planet. If you go back and watch Treasure Planet, I made a video about this. If you go back and watch Treasure Planet, when Jim Hawkins gets this sphere from this dying pirate, and it is the map that he needs to find Treasure Planet, it literally is the same. It does the same thing. It projects like a hologram that shows you where to go. I'm like, these people are ripping off their own content. Does nobody see? You know what I mean? It's so bad. Teal says, I can only think of those YouTube pop culture people as grifters these days. All they do is watch stuff so they can complain about it. If it's so bad, just stop watching it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't watch it. But I did catch that, and I thought it was worth pointing out how creatively bankrupt things are. Obviously, I'm not telling I didn't watch it. I just saw the video reviewing it. You can't really avoid clips that are circulating on the internet anyway, because there's plenty of like culture junkies that they just want to have their fucking Star Wars fix. They just gotta have it. It doesn't matter. This is why I'm probably not gonna get Baldur's Gate 3 unless somebody gifts it to me. I don't want to play like somebody's like fucking horny RPG fantasy. Like when I played fantasy games, I was playing it to go into dungeons, fight monsters, and get loot. That's what I was playing it for. And now it's all like dialogue options, and everyone wants to fuck you within 5 minutes of meeting you. No! Take that shit, put it in your spank bank, keep it to yourself. And the thing about Armored Core 6, I'm also a little disappointed in this game too, because I hear that it has no co-op, and I'm like, guys, FromSoft, co-op is like the first thing you should be doing on your Armored Core game. Like, that's all I ever wanted to do with my friends was play co-op with them, and they don't have co-op, so it's like, what the fuck? I mean, they got versus, I guess, but like, I'm not really into that, like, because the problem with versus, and I don't really do versus or PvP, I don't really do that in Dark Souls games either, because all it is making the build, and then you have the build and you just win with the build, and there, and skill seems like it's kind of secondary. I've won matches in PvP only because I had to, because people come in my game and they invade me and stuff, but I'm not looking to do that. Like, I like going co-op with a friend against, the environment, essentially. PvE with a friend. Co-op against the environment. And Armored Core 6 doesn't have it, and I'm a little disappointed, although I kind of get it. Like, I guess you would have to, like, I don't think it can't be done. I think you can just rework the missions so that you're either going in with your friends or you're going in with, like, some NPCs. That way you can play it by yourself, and you'll have, like, NPC, and I guess in Armored Core 6, there's a lot of missions where there is an NPC with you. like another core, another Raven, or whatever they call it. So why not just like make that guy optional, unless of course it's a story involving that character. This is another thing about Baldur's Gate 3 that I didn't like, because I wanted to play a game where I could build my whole own custom party, but because the Baldur's Gate 3 people were like, well, we want every NPC to be really important and special and diverse and sexual and like an individualist sexual being that has a story and they're super important, and your character apparently is like a silent protagonist that doesn't really do much. And it's like, well, why even do that? Like, what's the point? That, well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I heard Baldur's Gate 3 is a lot of fun to play. I know that Armored Core is a lot of fun to play. I kind of want to wait and see if they either make like an expansion for Armored Core 6 to give it like co-op functionality, or maybe they'll do what they did with all the old Armored Cores, where you get like, you know, Armored Core, and then you get Armored Core Project Phantasma, and then you get Armored Core Master of Arena, and they're basically the same game, but with they're like sequels, but they're not really called Part 2. You know, they did the same thing with Armored Core 4, and then there was Armored Core 4 Answer, and then there was Armored Core 5, and then there was Armored Core Verdict Day, because the V is a 5, get it? So I jokingly said to my friend when he was like, I got Armored Core 6, are you gonna get it? And I was like, well, we can't play it together, so I guess I'm gonna wait until they release, you know, Armored Core 6 Ever After or something, you know, where they maybe they'll add it in. But I mean, I'm a little disappointed in FromSoft for that. And the Baldur's Gate thing, I mean, I'm gonna wait on that too, because again, I don't care about, like, I don't see why they wouldn't make like a really well done Neverwinter Nights, or game that has the same kind of not engine, but like the same gameplay philosophy, where you can like create your own adventures, like everything's customizable. Why wouldn't you do that? Like Neverwinter Nights and Neverwinter Nights 2 are great. I played the shit out of Neverwinter Nights, played the shit out of that game back in the day, because we had endless content. It was like Little Big Planet for Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it was like endless content. But anyway, let me look at your comments real quick. Let's see. A Norwegian, the worst part is that some of these jokes could become real eventually. To Unwaifu. Guido the First Shot series, yeah, right? Yeah, they're gonna make a show out of every, but only with the female characters. From what I heard, this Ahsoka show is like the most feminist show so far. They're not over. It's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. It's gonna be so cringe. And you know what the funniest thing is? I don't know if people have figured this out, but like, I made another video where I looked at 2 properties that were aimed at women, or at least like engineer with women's opinions in mind. One was She-Hulk, and the other one was the Barbie movie. And the reason why I compared them was because they both have a feminist rant in them. She-Hulk has a feminist rant in one of the early episodes where Walters is talking to Bruce and basically talking about how hard it is to be a woman. And then Barbie has the bit at the end, which is really like the it's the take-home effect of the movie, right? Like, people will say, oh, it's just silly fun. No, it's about the feminist messaging. Women, we're not fooled. We know what you're doing. You're not clever. Don't try it, right? But both of these shows have it. And yet, She-Hulk, not popular, bad ratings, not made a lot of money. A lot of people were pissed about it. Barbie makes over $1 billion. Supposedly, it's done more than fucking Harry Potter. It's done more than The Dark Knight, you know. And so I was like, well, what's the difference? They both have rants. Well, the difference is that the She-Hulk show is targeted at men. Like, it is a comic book property. Comic book properties, like superhero stories, are stories that men relate to. They're the ones that men bought and paid for and read. So when you make it based on a man's property, you know, like a male-oriented property where the majority of the customer base is male, then they're going to they're going to have expectations, and you might disappoint them. With Barbie, it's aimed at girls already, so if you put a bunch of feminist shit in there, even men are going to be like, well, that shit's not for me, and they're just going to not watch it, right? And the women are going to watch it, and they're going to love it. Women are not watching She-Hulk. Women are not watching Ahsoka. Women are not watching all this woke garbage. It's mostly men, and I wish, and this is why I say we got to end simping, I wish that men would stop giving these people money. You know, because like it's not for you. There's like an imagined female audience that isn't watching it. The Marvels, that movie's dead in the water. You know? Front Mission, yeah. My friend played the shit out of Front Mission. Okay, anyway, let's do some, because the online's not working out very well. So let's play some on arcade. I want to play the new AC/DC, see what it's like. Or Diablo. Diablo's good too. We're doing the highest difficulty. And I'll team them up with Wamu, I guess. Anyway, so I might like, I'm gonna definitely get Cyberpunk, because I have it already, so I'm gonna get the expansion for that this month. And I will try to play more Neverwinter Nights later in the week. Not sure exactly when yet. Maybe tomorrow I'll do some. Yes. I still do the Badge of Lodge. I don't do it as much though. I did it just last week, but it wasn't on a Friday, it was on a Wednesday. But I will do it on Friday. I'll definitely be doing that. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Wham. Shit. Kaiser, I'll be doing them. I'll be doing one in September for sure. So I think I'm gonna talk about. Oh shit! Balls in my face. I'm probably going to talk about this thing that men are doing where they're like giving themselves leg extensions. It's fucking terrible, man. And no one seems to give a shit. I mean, of course they don't, right? I got you. I got you. There we go. Those veins are kind of huge, but it's all right. Did you guys see the t-shirt I have? I have a t-shirt. So this is a JoJo t-shirt. I made it custom. This is Funny Valentine. He is the main antagonist of Part 7, Steel Ball Run. And he is the President of the United States. That's why I got him this kind of Obama change style shirt. So excited for Part 7. They haven't announced it yet, but they're going to. It's probably the most popular story. And I say that about all the stories because like Part 5 and 4 and 3, they're all popular. I think 6 is sort of considered the weakest, but I still like it. I don't blame it on Jolene. I blame it on basically Araki was overworked. That's why he switched from a bi-weekly release to like a bi-monthly release with Part 7. It gave him more time to like do more stuff with it. More horses. What the fuck? Watch out for that shit on the ground. I like to call it sometime. But I'm MGTOW not. It doesn't have to be an MRA, man. It doesn't have to be any of those things. I don't care about your beliefs or whatever. You can do whatever you want. Don't make me cry. Oh shit. Oof. Get on the ground. I should play Teenage. I have played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I haven't finished it because again, see the thing is, I get these like games that I can play with my friends and my wife, and like so I don't. If I don't get a chance to play with them, I won't play it. So I do have Ninja Turtles. I was playing with my wife. She we got towards the end and she kind of lost interest. I'm gonna try and get her to come and finish it though, because it's annoying that, you know, I don't know, I just want to finish things I start, you know. Oh, very good. I have to be careful with Kakyoin because he will use that rage. Not bad. Oh, not bad. You're done. MGTOW, ABD, MTA aren't mutually exclusive. ABD? What's the ABD? I'm like missing my terms here. I had to close in on this guy. Haha. And MRA, you mean? Aren't mutually exclusive, only if you want them to be. Yeah, I mean, I think it's all just, you know, how you deal with it. I think that living a MGTOW life is a perfectly understandable thing. I don't have a problem with it. But I do think that unless you change, like, to try to at least change the system in some way, you're not really going to be able to avoid, you know, every consequence. Like, you can avoid women, but you're not going to be able to avoid, like, the government being used, you know, in the defense of women or for women. So, you know, that's the only thing I would say is that. Uh-oh. Damn it, can't type. Just take your time. There's a lot of toxicity aimed at and coming from MGTOW right now. Long gone are the days of Barbarossa and Spetsnaz. Oh, I remember Spetsnaz. Man, that's a blast from the past. Hey, Teal'Dear, if you're still there, did you ever talk to Coltane? We were talking about Coltane the other day, my wife and I. I was wondering, I don't know if he was like a friend of yours or whatever, or if you guys talked online. You do? How is he doing these days? Oh, shit. Ooh, that was a... Did you see that combo? Leave me alone. He really does things online anymore, and when he does his alt tech exclusive. I figured he's on either BitChute or Rumble or Cozy or DLive or something. I'm gonna look him up. It's did he get like kicked off of YouTube or did he just leave? I noticed a lot of people that I used to watch are gone. Okay, Odyssey. I will look him up on Odyssey. I don't go there very much. Some of these alt tech places, their UIs are not like, you know, they're let's just say they're not as user friendly. You know, like BitChute is kind of a pain. Like the app sucks for your phone because it logs you out all the time. And sometimes when you try to log back into BitChute, the login button just disappears. Like it's just not there. I don't know what they're doing. Oh shit. Stroheim. Frag out. I'm not playing that. Ooh. You should make an appearance on MGTOW chats again, Brian. Wait, again? Was I in MGTOW chats? Are you talking about with Am I Serious? I Am Serious? So I used to come on there sometimes. That was a long time ago. Oh shit! Adam and Lamprey. Woo. You should, who, oh, yeah. I didn't know that he was still around. He de-Googled his life completely. I don't blame him. So it wasn't like he was kicked, though. It was like he chose. Oh, Stroheim's putting in work. I think I got him. I think. Okay, good. Woo. He almost got me. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it worked though, but I didn't mean to do that. I guess they must have made this faster because you normally can't connect with that unless you're in, you have to turn on fire mode and then you can do it. But maybe they made it more usable. This is like the only way you could link that ultimate. Ooh, ouch. Whamu, stop posing. Really? Oh shit. Ow. Oh shit, Josuke. Okay, I gotta stop playing around. Not playing around anymore. Ooh. Pretty good. Nice. I got him now. I got him now. Well, I am serious knows how to reach me if he wants to send me a message. He can come, you can send him this YouTube channel, and he can like follow me on X/Twitter. He can send me a message. He can drop a comment in the comment of this video. I'll look at them. So yeah, I mean, I'd come on. I don't know what like I would come on for, but I'm willing to do it. Uh-oh. Shit, a jump? Oh, good. I got a perfect? Damn. Yeah, ACDC is a lot better now. He's a lot better now. He wasn't a bad character before, but he definitely wasn't as good as Wamuu or Cars. Cars is a lot better too, I think. Oh, shit. Oh, you motherfucker. No, none of that. Ouch. Sidestep. Glorious. I don't know how this would actually play out, though. Would AC/DC be able to... Yeah, I guess he could. Could he kill Whamu with his boiling blood? That just sounds like a recipe for AIDS. Oh, super Pillar Man AIDS. I don't think we want to be mixing blood with each other. Oh my god, this is gonna be so hard. Okay, so this is the final battle. That's always the hardest. And Iggy is a pain in the ass because he's so small. Granted, if I keep on hitting him with like attacks, he takes damage even if he blocks because he's so little. But oh my god, this is gonna be a real pain. Oh my god. Yeah. You can see that his block meter is pretty beat up too. So he can't be blocking this shit forever, but... Oh my fucking god. No, no, no. Jesus Christ, that little bastard. Injecting blood into a being that absorbs blood to get stronger and expecting it to harm them. Yeah, but then, like, that works the other way, too. I don't know if, like, Pillar Men could absorb other Pillar Men. Ah, shit. Bastard! Fucking bastard! Oh my god. He might beat me. This fucking dog. Oh shit. And then he does that. He loves doing that shit. He loves doing that. Oh no, he's gonna do his thing. Don't. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, I got him! He missed with his attack, so I retaliated with mine. Whoo, shit. I'm not normally for animal abuse, but they probably can if they use the mask and then the other pill in hand hasn't, like the genocide cards in AC/DC committed. That's true. Well, okay. Yeah, that's entirely plausible. But without it, it's just AC/DC versus Wham. I think it'd just be a stalemate, probably. I mean, unless, you know, they just, like, waste each other until there's nothing left, but they probably never do that. So, AC/DC is highly improved. Definitely. Another one I wanted to see... I'm gonna play one more game of this. Make a proposal for a character you'd like to see me play as. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick and get a refill of my coffee, and then I'll play one more time and that's it, alright? Because I gotta do a show later on, and I gotta do some stuff around the house. So, requests, put out requests, I'll be back. Okay. Let's see. As to would ACDC's blood harm Wamu, probably not. The heat doesn't damage him. No reason to think it would harm Wamu. Wamu's atmospheric rift seems to generate more heat inside him too. That's right. Yeah, it probably wouldn't. Like I said, I'd probably be a stalemate. Maybe Cars would be a threat because, you know, he was the one who killed the other Pillar Men. Alright, well, since I'm wearing the shirt, I'll play Funny Valentine. And we'll team up with... We'll see how this... I haven't played this game in a while. Oh my god. I know Norwegian. My Santa's bunny ears. You can't shoot me while I have this up. That's not gonna work. Oh shit, this is making me drop all my Jesus parts. Got him. Lore rambling question time. Emperor versus Sex Pistols. Which is the better gun stand and why? Well, Sex Pistols is more useful because it isn't just a gun, right? He uses it as a gun for, you know, to make his gun better. So I'm gonna say Sex Pistols is better because it has more utility. Whole Horse's gun, it's a very, and another thing too is I think that when you talk about which stands are better, I think you have to take into account the user because like Okuyasu's stand is extremely powerful, but he's so dumb that it, you know, he doesn't like get the most out of it. So if we're talking about, and maybe because like since the stand is supposedly an extension of the person's soul, maybe that's the only way it could be. Oh, okay, all right, tough guy. Hit me. Emperor? Yeah, Sex Pistols sucks if you don't have a gun already, that's true. Oh. Oh shit, that resolved though. No! I didn't. Okay. Alright. You can, yeah, that's true. You can take Emperor everywhere. Oh shit. He's kind of confusing to fight against because he's like constantly duplicating himself. Whew. Even though the bullets have much less range, you've got 100% control over them. Yeah, absolutely. Although I think you can only use one at a time, technically, right? I mean, I don't know. You can make it hit you multiple times, too. Because you can control it. Abbaccio is putting in work. What's with this emo music that's playing for him? It's like that Papa Roach. Oh, fuck. Do that slow ass walk. Got him. Was it ever mentioned that Emperor had a bullet limit or needed to reload? No. Can you just machine gun it forever? Well, I think that because the bullet is part of the stand, he can only have one bullet traveling out of the gun. But then again, that might not be true, because when he teams up with Boingo at the second arc, he fires a bunch of bullets, I think, into a pipe. So maybe he doesn't have to do that, and he controls their trajectory. That stand is really powerful, but for some reason, Whole Horse himself doesn't. Again, it's another one of these things where it's like not getting the most out of it. I don't know. I would have thought, because in this game, you can only, when you're playing Whole Horse, you can't fire another bullet until the bullet you've shot disappears. So, but I guess in the manga they're a bit selective about, in the story they're a bit selective about like how that works. Ah. Ooh, if I can get these fucking corpse parts, pet shop will be easy. I just gotta get those. Okay, now he can't do shit. I mean, as long as I'm not attacking and I have all three of those parts, they're like parts of the Holy Corpse, it's from part 7, then I activate something called Love Train, and like none of his projectiles will hurt me. But if I'm attacking, or he uses an ultimate like that, then yes, it will. If I'm jumping, it won't work either, but... Oh, no. Get all the body parts and summon Exodia for the instant win. Yeah, but Funny Valentine is a good villain. later, Kaiser Dirt next. Again, just leave me a comment. I got a show in about 2 hours, so I'm gonna wrap it up after this run with Valentine, and get ready for the show. Should be fun, I guess. But yeah, join us in the chat for that, because we're still doing our fundraiser. Because I gotta like pay for my rent and shit. So. Is that Survivor? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Abbaccio is pretty good too, actually. I like his ult. He's an interesting guy to play as. I can do it while he's down? I didn't know that. Makes perfect sense. They must have changed it, because you couldn't do that before. That's another patch thing. You're not gonna hit me? Leave me alone. So, Valentine's Stand is named after an AC/DC song called Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And he says it, you can hear him saying it. But for the Western please don't sue me translation, the subtitles read filthy acts done at a reasonable price. So yeah, like you're gonna hear Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, or sometimes he'll abbreviate it and just say D4C, which is pretty clever, I think. Oh man, Bruno is a pain in the ass. I forgot. Why didn't Dio just stab his stand with the arrow? Oh, I think the Requiem arrow chooses. You can't like just do that. And I don't think Dio knew. I don't know. Maybe. I also think that certain arrows, like there's a Requiem arrow. If you look, like the arrow from part 4 is not the same as the arrow from part 5. It has like a different design. So it might be a different arrow. Oh my god. Or Enya, for that matter. Yeah, I don't think they knew that about the arrow. That's the only thing I can guess. That, like, 'cause even Yoshikage Kira, when he got he didn't get a Requiem stand when he got Bites the Dust. Because the arrow didn't stab the stand, the arrow stabbed his arm? I don't know. You could say Araki forgot, but there's probably more to it than that. He probably was just, like, playing with ideas, you know. Why are you being like this? Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. That's new too. I knew it. He's gonna get up. Oh my god, Bruno's just flying around the board. If the Requiem arrow is the one with the bug, then it's sure is lucky that no one stand got stabbed with that with that arrow in part 6. But I think it's one of these things where Jolene didn't have a stand to begin with. The arrow gave her one, and then I guess did that piece of the arrow ever resurface anywhere? Because I don't remember. I gotta watch part 6 again. I don't remember. 3 battles left. Oh my god. Some of these AI fights are just a pain. Like Bruno fights are awful. He just glides around on the zipper and tries to throw. It's super annoying. He doesn't just fight you. Which is weird because it doesn't seem like it's in character really, but... Fighting against Koichi, the Krillin of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh. Oh, I guess that doesn't work. Nice. If the Requiem arrow is... Yeah, I already read that. The world... And then there's like other things too, like... I don't know if like... the green baby from part 6... Like if the power the green baby gives you is unique to Dio, or if it's... like if anybody else could go and do all that work too, and would they get a stand that does something like resetting the universe? Add rat the hitboxes will be beyond. Oh. God damn it. Who did like the record for smallest character? Oh, that didn't work. Thank you, Diego. Yeah, add rat. Add a stray cat by itself. Just a flower you can't move. You're just in a pot. Shoot air bubbles. I like that he just unloads like all of his bullets. Oh, that was like homing. Came at me. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got him. He attacked me. Whew. How much of her hair does it control? Does Yukako die if she gets a haircut? Oh, I don't know. She probably grows right back, like really fast or something. Watch out for those poison frogs. Poison frogs. He's gonna dodge this, isn't he? Yeah, I thought so. Woo. My goodness. Silly lore question. How did Buccarati find out he could taste liars? That's a good question. I don't want to know. Risotto Nero. Okay. Another really well done character in this game. Another one I thought they couldn't do, and they made it work. I wonder how they'd institute the derbies into this game if they tried. You just sit down and play a nice game of cards / video games. So in the arcades, like way back in the day when we used to play arcade games, Capcom did put out a Jojo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game. It was like a 2D pixel-based one based on Stardust Crusaders, and it had like most of the characters that would be a good fit for like combat. And they also had bonus areas, you know, like how in the old Street Fighter there was like beat up the car or hit the barrels or whatever. And in this they had something like that, and one of the modes was playing a game of cards against Daniel J. Darby. Another one was you have to like cross this like desert to get to Undul, and you're getting like attacked by his water stand. You have to jump over things and hit things and duck things. And then they made a version of it for the home console for PlayStation 1, and you would go through the entire story of Stardust Crusaders from start to finish, and there would be regular fights against characters like Devo and Ebony Devil and Yellow Temperance and Death 13 was like you could unlock it if you accomplish certain things. You could like fight against Death 13, and they were all like in the game. And I think Death 13 was even playable. Like some characters were playable. There were 2 Hull Horses. You had to fight Hull Horse the normal way, where it was like him and Jay Guile as like a special attack, or you could play Hull Horse and Boingo. And if you play that, you'll see Boingo in a box, like in the background, moving around, following the fight. And it changes like Hull Horse's moves, but you basically play as Hull Horse. And they did, you did play. They had like quick time events for some parts of the story, which was fine because you're just going through the story and it was fun. And then there were parts where you actually like the Derby part was one of the best parts because you had to do the water tension. And you had to do the poker game, and when you go up against Terrence T. Darby, you play the baseball game and the racing game, F Mega or whatever. They did a pretty good job. There was a lot of fun. It was, but it was only part 3, and then like I guess I never played it, but I guess like on the PS2. Like, years later, they came out with a Part 5 game for Golden Wind. There was never anything for Part 4. The only game, actually, that has the most JoJo references in it is this one, which is why I'm a big fan. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I've joked about that. Oh, there is also Eyes of Heaven, which I also have. It's okay. I don't think it's as good as the fighting game. It doesn't have as much depth. But it does have a lot of JoJo references that you can't get in this game because Eyes of Heaven is like it's kind of like Power Stone, like where you have like a arena that you can run around in, and you can play 4 players, up to 4 players. But the problem is it's online only in order to play the multiplayer, and it's like nobody's playing it online, so like you have to play it locally. And you can't play with a friend on the couch because of the way it's set up. So, Eyes of Heaven, good idea, terrible execution. Terrible execution. It could have been so much more fun. But they did a lot of good things with Eyes. Eyes of Heaven actually has Undul as a playable character because what you have to do is you have to find a place, like, kind of like hide somewhere, and then use your stand, the water stand, Geb, and then you move that around is a lot faster. If you switch to Endul, he can move around, but he's not very fast because he's blind. So it's cool because people have to try to find where you are. You can hide on the map, and then you basically camp, and then you use your stand to attack people. Although the stand can be damaged too, but it's a lot easier to find Endul and defeat him that way. And there's other things, like if you pair certain characters together, they'll have like moves they do together, like people who are friends, like Jotaro and Kakyoin, Jotaro and Joseph, Polnareff, Jotaro and Joseph, old Joseph, young Joseph and Caesar have a thing they do together. I think Lisa and Joseph have a thing they do together. Jonathan and Zeppelin have a thing. And then there's some that are, that normally would never do anything together that work, like Dio and Dio, like Dio from Part 1 and Dio from Part 3, or Dio from Part 3 and Giovanna from Part 5. They have an ultimate they can do together. So a very cool way of executing those things. Again, I think it could be expanded on a lot, but like there's a lot of cool things in Eyes of Heaven, but I wouldn't recommend the game on the whole because it's just like it's all about the multiplayer, the co-op and stuff, and it's just not there. So, but anyway, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm gonna wrap it up and get ready for the next show. So thanks guys for hanging out and entertaining me while I tried out Abbaccio here, new character. I'll explore it more. Not bad. I mean, Abbaccio was never one of my favorites from Part 5 anyway, but it's definitely an important part of the story. So I'm glad that he's in there. It's kind of like, he's not quite as cool as Speedwagon. Speedwagon is one of my favorite additions, and they managed to make him very good. Which probably isn't what it's supposed to be, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, so if you're wondering about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and you're still here, again, you can join us on our Discord. that you can go for free at badgernation.online. That's badgernation.online. It'll get you into the Discord if you don't already have access. On Saturday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, I'll be showing, I usually show about 5 episodes of JoJo before I have to take off. So that's like 2.5 hours. A little less than 2.5 hours. And we are getting close to the end of Battle Tendency, which is Joseph Joestar's final duel with Wham. And I think that we're probably going to be able to finish off part 2 and maybe even start part 3, which is Jotaro's arc. So that'll be Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, join us there. Check it out. See what the hype is about. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. I can't promise it, but I might do Neverwinter Nights 2 tomorrow at some point. I have like a lot of other stuff to do, but I might try to do that if I can get my other work done in time, and we'll be able to like play some more Badgers D&D stuff without all of the horny posting bullshit that's in all the modern games these days, especially the fucking RPGs. Like, I'm sorry, am I the only one that thinks that Dragon Age Origins is super overrated? Like, I played through it, I didn't really like it, I thought the aesthetics were awful, I didn't care about any of the characters. Like, I know they wanted to romance me, there were gay ones, there were bi ones, I just didn't care. I was like, what, you know what, this is like the shit that, like, fat goth chicks write about. That's what these new stories are, and I just don't care about it. I don't want to know what sex with a fucking Grell is, or a Githyanki or something. I don't want to know. I just want to go on adventures. I want to conquer evil or good. I want to get loot. I want to level up. I want to learn new spells, new abilities, whatever. That's it. That's what I want. That's what RPGs should be. So, Leliana was great. I nailed her. That was basically the extent. And even then, I was like, this, like, it's so, you know, once you do it once, you're like, okay. Like, there's just no, I don't get the romancing thing. I just don't get it. And now, you know, I've looked through games, like indie games, like games that are selling for cheap on Steam, on PlayStation Store, wherever. And almost all of them are like, these, you know, romance these people, visual novels. I just, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I want to play a game. This is why, you know, I saw some of the reviews for Armored Core 6, and there were people that have been reviewing games like GamerRanks and stuff for a long time. They're like, you know what, this game feels like a video game. I'm like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to fucking feel. You know, they were like, well, there isn't, like, you don't ever see your character's face. You don't really know any of the characters in the story. And I'm like, yeah, but that's what Armored Core is. Like, I don't need that, you know? Teal Deer says, it's increasingly difficult to actively avoid romances in modern RPGs. Just leave me alone. I do not want any. No means no. Yes. I know, it is. Like, this is what happens when you try to make stuff that appeals to everybody. You end up just, like, alienating people. And, you know, if I, like, because I bet if I played a game and I was like, I'm not going to romance anybody. I'm just going to treat them like cogs in my machine. Like, you are the fucking druid. Just do your druid shit. I don't want to know about your fetishes. I don't want to know about what your preferences are. I don't want to hear your innuendos. Because that's what they do, is they like, this guy, I forget the name of his channel, but he was talking about Baldur's Gate 3, and he says, all of your companions are horny as fuck. And I'm like, why? What's this is like, these are the kinds of things that sort of like encourage the stigma that gamers get for being, you know, like nerd virgins. And I think that this comes from the women entering the hobby. I honestly believe it. I think the women are more degenerate than the men, and I think that is, and they write that into the stories, and they make, you know, like, they're all about this, like, how do we push the limits of, like, sexual, let's say, exploration or experimentation. Let's have people polymorph into animals. I mean, like, it's just like, do you realize the depths of human, like, depravity that you're leaning into? Like, it just shows how much like animals we can be so quickly when we're, like, talking about fucking dragons and bears and shit. And, like, women can buy, like, dragon dildos. That's been a thing for years and years and years. So don't tell me it's new. This is like what happens when you have this rampant horny posting, and it's getting to kids so young, and they're like exposed to it so early, and it just makes me just want to throw up. So I'll just play Neverwinter Nights 2 for now. Baldur's Gate 3 needs a mythical drop that's just a rape whistle to keep the rest of the cast away from the main character. Yeah. Norvril Tataki says, your quest as Geralt of Rivia was to spread STDs across the kingdom. I never played the Witcher games. I didn't really... I heard about... See, the thing is, for me, if I hear there's romancing in a game, I'm immediately turned off. I did play Cyberpunk, and I think I romanced one character, but it was like brief, because I was like immediately not interested anymore. I was like, this is not... So I'm going to play through Cyberpunk again, and I'm going to see if I can avoid, you know, like, romances, because I just think they're so, like, tacked on, and for some reason, like, game reviewers think it's a selling point, like, ooh, look, you can bang all of these fictional, you know, pixels, like, look at all the pixels you can bang. It's like, I just want enemy variety. I want challenging combat. This is the thing about, like, Dark Souls. So I think there's like little romantic suggestive elements in the game, but really everybody dies at the end, so it's fine. Like, that's what I love about the Souls series. Like, there is no banging, because the world is falling into entropy and everything is decaying, and you might as well grab what little vestige of hope there is left and just take it with you into the abyss. That's it. Like, that's what it should be. I don't want all this other, like, it's like a straight up, like, do you guys know the painter? He was like a medieval painter named Hieronymus Bosch, and he did a bunch of really, like, famous paintings, religious paintings, but the one that I think he's best known for is called The Garden of Earthly Delights, and it's basically like 3 large panels of, like, starting with the Garden of Eden, going into, like, the earthly realm, and then going into the hell realm. So it's like 3 panels, and as you watch it, it's all sexual shit, like, and it was basically Hieronymus Bosch. I think he was like, you know, everybody was probably pretty, like, devout religious back then. Everybody was, but he was trying to warn people about, like, you know, like, essentially the hell that awaits people who just get all up in their own earthly delights, their, like, sexual pleasures. And I think we're kind of seeing that, because, like, you know, I like sex. Like, sex is fun. I like it, but, like, I don't want to talk about it with everybody. I don't want to, like, get into, like, like, when I see the kind of shit people are into, I think you guys have gone way too far. Like, you know, it's okay to like vanilla, is what I'm saying, as a flavor of ice cream. But anyway, I've spurred long enough. I'm gonna wrap it up here. So anyway, thanks guys for coming on. The Teal Deer says, the same people who laud modern sex with everything options in game they don't belong seem to be the same people who, seem the people who attack you for liking a cute anime girl who blushes at the thought of holding hands. Yeah. Zarang says, well, that's kind of what we're experiencing now with men dropping out of work and the replacement rate going down. No. Now look at what's going on, man. We're moving to VR sex as in 1993's Demolition Man. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not a censorious person, but when I look at, like, the absolute state of our modern society and where things are headed, it's like... But anyway, we're going to be talking about some of that today. I think it might come up. So I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock. And yeah, so, you know, if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I really want to grow the arcade channel, talk about things like video games, culture, film, etc. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what we talked about. And please, please, please share this video, because sharing is caring. Thanks, guys, so much for coming on this episode of the HBR Arcade, where we were playing Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R and the new DLC for Abbaccio. And we'll talk to you all in the next one.